Hey guys, I just got home from work and my Blue Apron box was waiting on my doorstep, so I'm going to open it for you on camera and let you see what was inside. So let's get into it here. This is not sponsored by Blue Apron or anything. I have a friend that orders from them all the time. She lives in New York City and it's just cost efficient and time efficient and all that for her to order them online. She had some free credits that she shared with me. So I didn't pay for this, but Blue Apron didn't sponsor this video or anything. They don't really even know I exist, which is fine. So on the top of the box here are all the recipe cards. This is my first experience with anything like this. So Blue Apron recipe cards for the 3 meals. I got the steak and green peppercorn sauce, sesame chicken with bok choy and jasmine rice, and then the fresh linguine pasta with fennel, roasted fennel and garlic breadcrumbs. They all looked really good, so we'll see. Okay, so then it has this like foily stuff on top. Ooh, and like cold air is rushing out of this as I open it, like opening the fridge. That's pretty cool. Ugh. Okay. So on the top we have the packaged kale, looks like. Oh, it's labeled, that's nice. Kale. The lighting in here is not very good, I'm sorry. Okay, then we have, this is the bok choy, labeled, very nice. Got, this is the fennel, right? And a lemon, I know what that is. Okay. Potato. I thought it was odd that they only sent 1 potato for the side for the steak. My family, Paul and I, we can each eat a whole potato. What's up with that? Here's the linguine pasta. Again, that is not very much pasta, and it's already cooked because it's fresh. That's very interesting. No, it's not cooked, but it's fresh. Okay, never had that before. What's this? This is the linguine pasta knickknacks, it says. That's funny. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's just all put together. A little thing of, oh, this is butter. Okay, a little thing of butter. This is the breadcrumbs. Ricotta, fresh ricotta cheese. Very fancy. I never buy ricotta cheese. And, oh, I'm excited about these. These are the Castelvetrano olives. I don't know how to say that. There they are. I could just pop those right in my mouth, and I might because Paul won't eat them. And then here's the nutrition facts for the linguine pasta. Keep all that together. Not that I can't figure out how to do that again, right? I know how to cook. Just toss that over there for now. Here's a thing of garlic. This is the steak and peppercorn knickknacks. That's my nickety name. That's from The Office. I'm really hungry. This all looks amazing. More Creekside Creamery butter. Here's the nutrition facts. This is really nice for the steak. This is the green peppercorns, yum. And the whole grain Dijon mustard in this little dude. That's cool. Whoops. Okay. Jasmine rice, again, not very much rice. What can I say? We like our food around here. Sesame chicken knickknacks. I hope this isn't boring, but I always wondered how things were packaged, so I thought I would share it with you. Here's the cornstarch, which I probably am not going to use. I already looked ahead at the recipe. They're listed online, and I think cornstarch usually gives me a migraine, so I'm probably just going to use flour. Here's the black and white sesame seeds. Which this is a really cool recipe to me because this has rice vinegar, sesame oil, and a soy glaze. These things, the sesame seeds and the oils and the vinegar, I don't keep rice vinegar on hand. I would never just go out and buy it for one recipe. So it's kind of fun to have this on hand. So if I don't want to actually make the sesame chicken, I can keep this and make something else with it if I want to. Crushed red pepper flakes. That is a teeny tiny little bit of, I know you don't need very many for a recipe, but that's so funny. Someone had to actually put those little tiny bits of flakes in a bag. And then here's the nutrition for the sesame chicken. Everything's very cold. Feels cold. I mean, although the high today was like 55, so, and it's been sitting out on my front porch for a couple hours. Just put this down here while I was opening everything. So meat. Oh, green onions. Oh, scallions. Excuse me. Very fancy. All right. And then there's a board, cardboard thing, a liner, and then this is the ice. Freeze and uses a long-lasting ice pack. That's huge. Okay. Yeah, here's the meat. Wow, still not very much meat. Good gracious. This was packed between 2 of those ice packs. Here's the chicken. This is, and it's in like a little, it's in a Ziploc bag, which is nice. And then the chicken itself is in a little vacuum sealed packet. I guess it's a good amount, but still, we would probably eat more than that on a regular night. And then this is why I was excited about this particular meal, because it has steak in it. Look at this. Premium New York strip, 12 ounces. That is exciting. I mean, that's totally worth the whole package right there, because I never buy steak for us to eat at home. We just eat out. If we eat out, we order steak, but that's pretty cool. And it was also in one of these little Ziploc bags, which I'm gonna totally be the like grandmother and wash these guys out and save them, because that's a really nice size, you know? These not to be used on body parts. Good to know, because I mean, that's funny. So that is everything that was in the bag. So I'll let you know how these meals turn out. I'll try to vlog, probably not while I'm cooking them, but I'll let you know. All right, here is the steak all plated. I split it into 2 plates so you can see how much it serves. There's the potato, the steak. We like our steak pretty rare, and then I did make the kale for myself. And then there's the peppercorn sauce. It was very easy to put together. Here's Paul's plate. You can see how much it provides. I didn't cut his steak as thinly, so it looks like he has less, but he doesn't. I made him green beans because he doesn't like kale, which is totally fine. Bless you. So that's what it looks like, and I'll tell you what we think. All right, this is the fresh linguine pasta with roasted fennel and garlic breadcrumbs. It was a little complicated to make. I made Paul's without the olives because I know he's not going to want that. So mine is the true plate here with the olives and the ricotta and all that. This is a vegetarian dish though, which we are not vegetarian. So I cooked the chicken. This was to go with the sesame chicken, and we're going to have that probably mixed in because we don't go without meat. So I'll let you know what we think. So what did we think of Blue Apron? Well, first of all, I hope that you got a huge kick out of watching me unbox all of that food. I don't know why I thought that was so exciting, but to me, getting a box of food delivered to my front door was like the highlight of my day, clearly. I died laughing watching myself on that tape when I was editing the video, getting so excited about opening a box of groceries. But I mean, if you watch my channel, you know I love grocery shopping, so I guess it's not a surprise that I love it that much. But anyway, it was kind of funny. Okay, so I guess the best thing that I can say is to tell you that I decided the Blue Apron is not a good fit for us. I think that kind of service is really specific to kinds of people. I don't know. It just wasn't a good fit for us. Paul's a really picky eater. I love to grocery shop. I love to shop on a budget. And we eat a lot of food at our meals. So for us, the meals did not provide enough food. Like I had to use that chicken in the pasta dish, and it really even wasn't enough for that. So with the other meal that I didn't even make, the chicken, the sesame chicken, it would not have been enough as an entree. It was very little amount of chicken. The only meal that, well, we only ate 2 of them, but the steak meal, there was enough food, but the kale, Paul doesn't eat kale, and that's a pretty specific ingredient. Like most people don't like, I would say not everybody likes kale. Even though it's trendy, it's not something that everybody loves, like green beans. I don't know, that was kind of to me. I felt like the instructions, the way that the recipes are laid out on the recipe card, they're listed so that if someone doesn't know how to cook, that you can just follow the directions and you know how to, and you'll end up with the right dish, which is great if you're not a cook. And I know that people have learned how to cook by using Blue Apron, which is awesome. I know how to cook, so I don't need step-by-step, like peel the garlic, chop the onion. Like I know to do that. I'm not gonna throw a whole onion in the skillet. But I had to read through all the instructions in order to follow the recipe. So it took me a long time, I felt like, to make the meal, just because of that. Plus, they try to help you save dishes. So they'll say like, do this, put it aside, wipe out the pan, now make something else. So you're making the same thing making different things in the same pan. I didn't do that because I can handle more than one thing at a time on the stove. But even with that, the steps in the meal, it was very hard to keep everything hot for when you served it on your plate, which is important when you're making dinner. And that's something that I feel like I'm able to do every other night, is have everything ready at the same time and it all be hot. But I struggle with Blue Apron just because of the way the recipe was laid out and the different components. It was really hard to have everything hot at the same time, which I don't like that at all. I didn't think the recipes were that great. I will not make either of them again. The pasta was really not good. If it was something that I had ordered in a restaurant, I would have been very disappointed because that pasta, it didn't have any like sauce on it. The only thing that was creamy was this blob of ricotta in the middle of the pasta, and it was cold ricotta. You never heated it in the recipe, so it made the pasta cold. It was not good. And I love pasta. I like ricotta cheese. I love green olives. I love all the components, but together it didn't work. It was not good. So the steak was good. And I mean, roasted potatoes, that's a basic thing. We have that all the time. So I don't mean it all to sound negative, but I just really didn't like it. For us, there might be people out there who like those kind of meals, who don't mind, you know, waiting for their food to come. And I also did not mention, this is the second box that I signed up for, or that I ordered. The first box never came. It was supposed to come on a Saturday night, and I waited and waited, and I got emails saying like, we're working on it, it should be coming shortly, and then it never came. And they did refund my credit and gave me another free trial, which was very nice of them, but I had planned on those 2 meals for my menu for that week, so then I had to improvise and go buy more groceries, and it was really an inconvenience. So if that happened in real life, when I had paid for something, I would have been really upset that my food didn't come. So I don't know if I just had a bad experience, I got a bad box, but I did specifically choose those recipes because I thought they sounded good. I had thought about using Blue Apron or a service like that, HelloFresh, whatever, to send to somebody who had just had a baby or who was sick, and I won't do that now because it's too much work. It's not convenient, you know, won't make their lives any easier. All it does is deliver you the ingredients, that's it. So I'm glad that I know now not to do that because it's too much work to send to somebody. So all in all, I'm glad I got to try it. I'm grateful for the free trial that I was able to use, and the ingredients were nice to have on hand, but I won't ever pay for it, that's for sure. It doesn't fit for me. For somebody who's married to a very picky eater, who likes to grocery shop, who likes to have lots of food at our meals, who likes a little more control. Maybe that's the key there. I like control. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have a different opinion about Blue Apron in the comments. Tell me about your experience. I would love to hear. I hope you had a better experience than we did. And again, it's not their fault. It was just my personal opinion. I just didn't like it, but it's not a bad thing. If you like it, cool. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.